I'm Holly Bell's husband. I'm 31.
And I'm going to ask you 5 questions that relate to death for my Psychology of Death and Dying project. First question, what are your after-death beliefs?
I believe in the subjectivity of reality and that consciousness creates reality in itself. So after death, that's what's left is just your consciousness, and you return to the greater universe, which is God.
What do you think about euthanasia-assisted suicide?
Um, Life is about spending time here, and if you don't want to do it, that's your problem.
What do you believe is the best way to tell a child about death?
Um, Steps of lies, like, oh, it's fine, until somebody important really dies, and then you got to deal with it then. So, postponing, procrastination.
Is there anything you can do beforehand to prepare them to deal with death?
Yeah, you talk about how, because the phone dies, and we can bring it back to life, but animals don't, and they go to heaven, and so do people, and that the thoughts that they're gonna be okay, that it's not the end of the world, but it's still permanent.
So you think that you should prepare children that death is permanent? So about these lies that you would tell children, wouldn't it be better just to be honest?
I don't know. We lie about Santa Claus. We
How do you feel about capital punishment?
um I don't think it's right. Just because um, the state acts as an individual in the process of killing someone. So if they're an individual, that means they're committing murder, and the state should be killed.
Do you believe in the concept of a good death?
Yes, and I have seen one. I was present during my grandfather's death, and he had cancer, and he chose to just go home. He didn't want to deal with it anymore. He spent 4 months off of chemo, a great time, and then um, his wife went to work, and she come back, and he had started the process of dying. So she called me and my family, mom, to come over because she was panicking. She wanted to send him back to the hospital, and he had already stated that he didn't want help at this point. So the EMTs left, and he proceeded to go. And we got to say our goodbyes to Grandpa when he was still like in the thresholds of death, and you could feel God take over the moment, and you could feel this overwhelming power involved. And then it was just, all of a sudden, it was just complete peace, and it was over. And it was like, that was the time.
Well, thank you.